Well, first up, Dan Coats, the director of the U.S. National Intelligence, is leaving his job next month. His resignation will end a 2-year tenure marked by President Donald Trump's clashes with the intelligence officials. A Trump appointee himself, Dan Coats served as the director of national intelligence since March 2017. Over the years, he clashed with his boss, taking a hard line towards Russia that sharply contrasted with the conciliatory approach Trump pursued towards the Russian President Vladimir Putin. In fact, in January, Dan Coats had told Congress that North Korea was unlikely to give up its nuclear weapons, contradicting Trump's statement that Pyongyang no longer poses a threat. Trump confirmed Dan Coats' departure in a tweet, thanking him for his service, saying that he will step down on August 15th. He said that he is nominating Texas Congressman and fellow Republican John Ratcliffe to the post that he will name an acting official in the coming days. Ratcliffe is a frequent Trump defender who tore into former special counsel Robert Mueller during his testimony on the Russian meddling in the U.S. elections. He had drawn national attention earlier this week for delivering an aggressive diatribe against Mueller. In fact, American dailies had reported how Ratcliffe had met privately with Trump at the White House to discuss his interests in the job.
Is that correct?
That's correct. Dangerous, it was un-American. Greed corrupts.
So, well, was Dan Coats forced out because he did the one thing that Trump cannot stand, tell the truth? Well, since Trump took office, the White House's door has been continuously revolving. Top officials have either been sacked or stepped down after a falling out of favor with the president. It looks like the former TV star turned president still likes to repeat his favorite catchphrase, "You are fired," even in the White House.
You're fired. You're fired.
You're all fired.
Reality star of The Apprentice and now President of the United States, Donald Trump saying those 3 dreaded words, "You are fired."
You're fired. You're fired.
This was back in 2004.
Terrible.
Almost 15 years ago. But now, as the leader of the free world, he still has not let go.
I was wondering what you would say to President Obama.
You're fired.
For Trump, if his favorite catchphrase works so well on The Apprentice, why shouldn't it work well in the White House? The rate of turnover under President Trump is not just high, but historic. A fine-tuned machine. That's what Trump likes to call his administration. But if we look closer, the reality is starkly different. As of now, President Trump's A-team turnover is 74%. The White House's door has been revolving continuously. Dan Coats, the U.S. Director of National Intelligence, is the latest high-profile figure to leave the Trump administration. The former senator and longtime pillar of the Republican establishment had angered the president by providing unwelcome assessments of Russia, North Korea. Deputy Attorney General Rod Rosenstein often found himself to be the target of President Donald Trump, especially after hiring Mueller in 2017. This tweet by Trump before Rosenstein stepped down clearly showed the US president was not a big fan of the then Deputy Attorney General. Trump points out that Rod Rosenstein was hired by another official who was forced out by Trump, Jeff Sessions. Jim Mattis, the US Defense Secretary, announced in December 2018 he was stepping down because his views do not align with those of Donald Trump. It came a day after Trump made the controversial decision to withdraw US troops from Syria, which includes ending airstrikes.
But General Mattis was so thrilled. Well, what's he done for me? How has he done in Afghanistan? Not too good. Not too good. I'm not happy with what he's done in Afghanistan, and I shouldn't be happy. But he was very happy. He was very thankful when I got him $700 billion, and then the following year, $716 billion.
Called the Trump whisperer, Steve Bannon fell from grace. From the best talent in politics, in Trump's words, he became sloppy Steve. Trump was furious with his chief strategist after he was quoted in an interview with the American Prospect contradicting Trump on North Korea. In a scathing tweet, the president said that Bannon has been quote-unquote dumped like a dog. FBI Director James Comey had been leading an investigation into Trump's 2016 presidential campaign's possible collusion with Russia. Arguably the most controversial dismissal, Comey's firing sent shockwaves through Washington. According to Trump, Comey is the worst FBI director ever in history. And the list goes on and on.
Thank you very much.
Among them, there is Sally Yates, who served for just 11 days as U.S. Attorney General. Michael Flynn as National Security Advisor for 25 days. Rex Tillerson as Secretary of State for 1 year, 1 month. Christian Nielsen as Secretary of Homeland Security for 1 year, 4 months. Since the former celebrity businessman entered the Oval Office, the list of departures from his administration has been rising rapidly. On several occasions, Trump filled newly opened positions with officials already in his administration. He chose Mike Pompeo, the CIA director, to replace Secretary of State Rex Tillerson. With every departure, Donald Trump is getting more of the team he wants at his side. The US government is becoming more and more a team of yes men and women unwilling to stand up to the president on crucial issues. Bureau Report, WION, World is One.